your office dating app.
Hi, I'm Bryson, and I'm 19 now, and I drive a car. Wow, your voice is so high, and you look so young. There's no way you're 19. Since everyone ever thinks I'm not actually as old as I say I am, I'm gonna prove you all wrong. By driving this car. Ow! Ow! So guys, now you can finally stop denying that I'm actually as old as I say I am. And... Oh, shoot.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
You look a little too young to be driving. I need to see your driver's license.
No.
Hey!
Officer, please! I was breaking the law ironically. You don't understand! Anyway, I'm Bryson, and I don't like driving. Driving is scary. I just wish I could teleport. But I guess we're all still stuck with cars, and with that comes some funny stories. So, let's get into it. Soon after I got my license, I was looking forward to the opportunity of my first honk. However, no drivers around me had made any serious transgressions, so I hadn't had the opportunity to use my car horn at all. And I couldn't have just honked at nothing because I looked it up and it's actually illegal to honk for no reason. Watch. Put your hands up! No. Anyway, me and my mom were in the car together waiting for the light. The light turned green, but the person in front of me wasn't moving. This is it, the moment I've been waiting for. I can finally honk at someone. Here I go. He wasn't going. You stole my first honk! I was devastated, but I came up with a way to enact revenge.
What?
This other time, me and my brother and some friends were going to a trampoline park to jump around. Brody drove us over there, and we had to sign these waivers. So I start signing the waiver when a lady working there says, "Honey, you need your mommy to sign that." I'm 18. You're not 18. I am 18. You're not 18. Look, I get it. That lady was just doing her job. Kids probably try and lie about their age all the time at that place. But you gotta understand how frustrating it is for me to hear people denying my age all the time. And the condescending and rude tone she used was not appreciated. Since I forgot my license at home, Brody said, "Here's my keys. Go drive home and get your license. We're gonna jump without you. Haha, sucks for you." My friend Kira came with me because she's nice, and she listened to me rant about how rude that lady was in the car. Good thing I didn't get pulled over because I wouldn't have had my license. I'm gonna need to see your license and registration. This is my brother's car, and I don't have my license, so... no. Anyways, I got my license, drove back, and shoved it in that lady's face, and I got to jump with my friends. However, as we walked out to the car, we found out that in my passionate ranting about the rude lady, I had left the keys in the ignition, leaving the car unlocked and running. Maybe I shouldn't be allowed to drive a car. This other time I was driving down a straight road, just vibing, when I saw someone in front of me pull up waiting to turn left. For those of you who don't know how a left turn works, you have to yield to the traffic in the road until there's a big enough gap for you to turn left. So, I had the right of way, so I kept driving. Then the guy tried to sneak out into my lane expecting me to stop for him. When I didn't stop, he hit his brakes, yelled angrily, and had the audacity to honk his horn at me. And I can honestly say it's one of the biggest regrets of my life that I didn't honk back. I should have been like, "Don't you honk your horn at me! You're turning left, broski, so if I were you, I would yield!" Learn traffic laws, you gremlin. Hey, you're under arrest for destroying that guy's car. No. Hey guys, it's me, Bryson. Subscribe and follow my Instagram and my Twitter and buy my merch. Now that that's out of the way, driving does kind of suck, but hey, I can't really drive anywhere now because everything everywhere is closed. Please stay quarantined and stay safe, y'all. Fight the spread. Unless you're spreading jam on toast. In that case, spread all you want. Did you guys like the video? It's funny because in the video I have multiple encounters with the police, but in reality, I've never actually been pulled over yet. Also, one time I was driving home, but I could feel myself start to fall asleep at the wheel, so I pulled off the road into a drive-thru and I got a bagel sandwich and I ate it. And then I was able to drive home safely. That bagel saved my life. Thanks to my amazing team, Annie and Nate, for helping me make this video. Thanks for the fan art, thanks for subscribing, I love you. And now I will leave you with some life advice from Bryson. Go pet a dog because it releases the chemical oxytocin in your brain, and that's the bonding hormone, and it's the same chemical released when parents meet their newborn baby. And it makes you feel good. Unless the dog bites you. Okay, I love you, bye.
This may be the last ad you ever see. Because with the free ad block extension from Capital One Shopping, you can say goodbye to ads on sites like YouTube. That's right, no more interruptions, just nonstop streaming on your favorite sites. And while we're blocking ads, why not save some money too? After you add AdBlock, download the Capital One Shopping extension and get free automatic coupons and rewards at your favorite stores. I have both extensions added to my computer, so I also get free automatic coupons and rewards. Block ads, save money, earn free rewards. What more could you want?
See the USA in your Chevrolet. America's asking you to call. Drive your Chevrolet through the USA.
Hey, Brenner, if you jump off this cliff right now, I'll give you a penny. Oh. Hi, I'm Bryson, and a while ago I made a video about the times I almost died and the times I got hurt really bad. But that got me thinking about the other injuries in my family, and one sibling came to mind, one who had dodged the grasp of death more times than I can count. The sibling who had little to no regard for his own mortality and would regularly hurt himself. The wild child, if you will. The youngest brother, Brenner. This is gonna be a long video, because Brenner gets injured a lot. I don't want to cut out good stories or do a part 2, so let's just sit down, relax, grab some popcorn, and laugh at my brother's pain. Now, almost all of Brenner's injuries were self-inflicted. However, I think it's only right we start the video with Brenner's very first injury, the one he got from me. Brenner had recently been born, and my parents invited me into their room to say hi to my new baby brother. As I said hello to him, he reached out his hand and scratched my chest. Now, obviously, Brenner was just a baby. He had no control of his body and was just moving around. But my 4-year-old brain could not let this slide. How dare you? First, you come into my house, take my spot as the cute youngest child, and take all the attention from my parents? And now this? I offered you my hand in friendship, and you attacked me. You must pay recompense for your actions.
Hey, no, stop, just calm down, don't do it.
My parents tried to stop me, but it was too late. I reached out and scratched him back. He began to cry, and my parents put me in timeout. Little did Brenner know, his pain had just begun. Okay, in all seriousness, I felt really bad for what I did. Even now, I still regularly apologize to Brenner about it. But he can't even remember it, so he doesn't care. Brenner, my conscience has really been getting to me lately, and I'm so sorry about what I did.
Dude, that was 17 years ago. Can you just move on? I forgive you, okay?
Thank you. I love you, Brenner. I'm so glad I could get that off my chest. Remember in my pain video where my brother Brody slammed the door on my fingers? Yeah. Apparently that experience runs in the family. Brody walked through a door as a young Brenner was sticking his fingers on the hinges, and Brody slammed the door again. Brenner's fingers bent every which way.
If I had a nickel for every time I slammed a sibling's fingers in the door, I'd have 2 nickels. That isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Luckily, Brenner's fingers didn't break, and the doctors fixed him up. Feel better soon, buddy, and don't get into any more trouble.
I will make no such promises.
One time, me and Brenner were playing tag, and rather than be tagged by me, he jumped into a busy street and a car barely avoided him. I guess Brenner was more willing to die than lose at tag. Would you rather die a terrible death or—
Definitely death.
Wait, you didn't hear the other option?
Death.
I genuinely don't know why he is so accident prone, but this next story was no accident. You know how sometimes your mom has a really good friend, so she decides to make you hang out with her friends' children, but you don't like them? Yeah. When I was younger, my mom sent me and Brenner to play with the neighbor kids, Jake and Steven. The main reason I didn't like Jake was because he said, "Your sister is so hot." Brittany was 18. Jake and I were 8. Have you considered shutting up? Anyways, I spent the day tolerating Jake's shenanigans, but eventually I hid from him on the front porch and watched Brenner and Steven play in the front yard. "Come here, Brenner, I want to show you something." Brenner walked up to him, Steven grabbed his hand, reached into his pocket, and pulled out a pair of scissors and started cutting Brenner's fingers.
Stop!
I ran over to them to check on Brenner. His fingers were bleeding and he was crying. I slapped the scissors out of Steven's hand, grabbed him by the arm, and forced him inside to his mom. "Hey, Steven just cut Brenner's fingers with scissors." Oh, Steven. "What? That's it?" I was shocked. "Call my mom right now so she can pick us up. We're leaving." We left and Brenner's fingers healed just fine. But still, that reaction from the mom was not okay. Luckily, I never had to go to that family's house again. Reminds me of another time Brody was really young and another boy was punching him. My mom took the kid to his mom and told her that his son was hitting Brody, and all she did was say, "Soft hands, Hunter." I mean, come on, soft hands? How about punishing your kid for hitting a stranger?
You clearly don't know how to discipline children. Here, I'll show you how it's done.
A lot of Brenner's injuries were caused by him wanting to grow up fast and to keep up with his older brothers. For example,
My turn. Bryson doesn't need training wheels on his bike, so neither do I. Let me try.
but one time, Brenner tried to set a trend that the other brothers would follow, and the consequences were severe. This next story is the real reason I made this video. I'm honestly still surprised that Brenner survived this. It was bad. In our basement, we had a tall exercise machine that looked like this. Brenner decided that he wanted to climb it and jump off it onto our beanbag for fun. However, this time it went horribly wrong. Brenner pushed the beanbag close to the machine, climbed up, and jumped headfirst with the same regard for his life that a Minecraft player has when seeing one block of water at the bottom of a cliff. Part of the beanbag covered the exercise bench, which extended out, hiding the big metal part underneath. Brenner thought that since there was part of the beanbag there, it would be soft, but his head slammed through the beanbag into the metal part and he split his forehead wide open. Mom and Brittany came running into Brenner crying with blood all over him. They freaked out and dashed him out of the house to take him to the hospital. I only caught a glimpse of him as they ran out, but I could tell it was bad. Brittany and Mom later told me that they could see Brenner's skull through the gash in his head. My dad sent me to a friend's house so they could watch me while my parents took care of Brenner. I remember sitting on their stairs, terrified that I'd never see Brenner again. God, please hear my prayer. If you make Brenner be okay, I promise I'll never be mean to him again. At the hospital, since Brenner was so accident-prone, they kept pointing to cuts on his head that were from previous shenanigans. Is this cut old or new? Is this cut old or new? Is this old or new? Finally, my sister was like,
The gaping gash on his forehead, that is new. Forget the rest of it, fix that.
Somehow the doctors patched him up. I think they even had a plastic surgeon involved in fixing his head. When I next saw Brenner, he was up on his feet with 25 stitches in his head. But he was okay. Phew! I thought you were gonna die, Brenner. I'm so glad you're okay. Anyway.
Brenner still has a massive scar across his forehead, but thanks to the doctors, he was okay.
Brenner, can you please calm down on the injuries? You're gonna die if you're not careful.
It's not hard to die. I could do it like right now. But like, number two...
Another time, a young Brenner was using the bathroom and found a bottle of painkillers on the countertop. They were coated in a sugary glaze to make them go down easier. So Brenner took the pills one by one and sucked on them till they ran out of sugar, then spat them out. He did this over and over and over, and from sucking on the pills, he got sick and passed out.
I'm tired. Ooh.
My mom discovered Brenner unconscious on the bathroom floor surrounded by pills. What? And once again, the doctors proved why it's good to go to college. Not for me, though, but as for you guys, good for you. I don't know how they saved him, honestly. I don't really know how doctors work. For all I know, they could have removed all of Brenner's blood, which was tainted with drugs, thrown it away, then pumped him up with fresh blood. I don't know. Another time, he swallowed a bunch of coins, and again, my parents rushed him to the hospital.
Dear Diary, yesterday was so amazing, and I met such a wonderful guy. But I don't think it was meant to last. For my heart belongs to another. He's so amazing and strong and so cute. I've been thinking about him all day, and I think he's really into me too. He's the only one for me. I just know it. And I know just how to get him. Look at that top hat. That amazing top hat. He'll be mine by the end of the day. I just know it. I told him that I needed help with my homework. But once he's there, I'll have him. And once I have him, he'll be mine forever. There is only one thing that could possibly go wrong.
So I got the paint out and painted it as best I could to look like the gauntlet. It looked pretty cool in my opinion. But then later, Brenner's arm got itchy. The doctors told him that his arm would be itchy at first, but that if he ignored it, the itchiness would go away. They also specifically told him to leave the cast alone and to not shove anything into the cast to try and scratch his itch. However, the itch got better. So without consulting anyone, he broke his glasses and started shoving the long end into his cast in an attempt to scratch his itch. He realized that the little rubber covering had slipped off and it was now stuck in the cast. Determined to scratch his itch and recover the rubber cover, Brenner somehow removed all of the soft wrappings underneath the cast, leaving only the hard outer shell. Brenner had scratched his itch and was satisfied. Then Mom walked in and saw what Brenner had done. They went back to the hospital and explained the situation. Can you imagine being a doctor and setting someone up with a nice cast to help them heal, and the next thing you know, they ruined it?
I feel like the maid. I just cleaned up this mess. Can we keep it clean for 10 minutes?
They had to cut off his Thanos cast and make another one for him. Brenner got home and asked me to paint his new cast. No, I spent a lot of time painting that last one and you ruined it. How do I know you won't ruin it again?
Come on, man, just paint it again.
Why should I be penalized because of your sloppiness?
So Brenner went around wearing a lame blue cast rather than a cool Thanos cast. A few months later, the doctors took off the cast and they realized that Brenner's arm had healed crooked. It was literally like a 15-degree angle. My mom pointed this out and the doctor said, "Yeah, well, it's within the range of crookedness that we consider to be acceptable, so we're just gonna leave it like that."
What? That's easy for you to say. You're not the one who has to live with a crooked arm. Fix his arm and do it right this time.
So the doctors explained that in order to fix it, they would have to re-break Brenner's arm, angle it correctly, and recast it.
Do it.
Wait, what?
Hold them down.
Wait, no!
So they did that and Brenner's arm eventually healed correctly, but not without pain. Now you would think that after breaking his arm on Big Bertha that Brenner would never touch that thing again, right? Nope. Let me tell you one last story. One day, me and Brenner got bored and decided to go for a ride. Him on Big Bertha and me on my go-kart. We chased each other around a parking lot, but then I thought, how can I make racing around more interesting?